Hey guys, it's Lou. Welcome back. Actually, this is gonna be a build. Really want to rebuild the Thriftea shop. I don't love it, so I'm gonna be rebuilding that, most likely with voiceover because it will probably take me hours. I mean, I'm the type of person that when I play an RPG, it takes me like 11 hours to create my character. Like that's just who I am as a person, and I'm like that with my builds too. So I'll try to make it as quick as I can and speed through it and do like a voiceover for it. But I really hope that you enjoy it, and this whole next week of recordings I'm about to do today, I will still be looking like this. Anyway, so I really hope that you enjoy. Hey guys, voiceover Blue. I hope you're doing good. So the first thing that I did when doing this build was look around town, obviously, to see what kind of design aesthetic I was gonna go with. And shockingly, there are no roofs. There's like one roof in the whole area around the Thriftea area. It's a lot of like half-wall platform roofs, which I found really interesting. But anyway, so the reason I don't like the Thriftea as it currently is because I think it's completely ridiculous. I actively hate the fact that the lot type has to be thrift and bubble tea store. There is no thrift store on its own. There is no bubble tea store on its own. It drives me a little bit crazy. I mean, I get it. I've seen places like that before, for sure. But personally, that's not my preference. So my design idea, other than obviously combining it with the area around it, which there's a lot of like weird sharp turns, cute bay type windows, a lot of second story porches in the area around the Thriftea shop. So I really tried to make that come through. And then obviously the non-roofed half wall ceilings. The reason I really wanted to do this the way that I'm doing it is because I made it separate, basically. So it's two separate buildings that come together, but not strip mall style, which I have no problem with. I made a couple of strip malls in my day on Sims. I don't have a problem with that, but it doesn't really fit the design of the area. The inspiration for this build actually comes from there's a local shop in my area where the couple clearly just decided that they both wanted their own way, and they basically split their store in half, and the two halves make no sense together. It's military surplus on one side, so you've got like camo, fatigues, boots, some collectible items, weapons, and then on the other side is antiques and furniture, like a lot of green glass and figurines, and it's actually, there's some pretty good finds there. I actually found this really gorgeous glass jewelry box that's worth like $200, and I bought it for $6, so there's that. But yeah, it's a weird combination. They just split the store right down the middle, and they've got antiques on one side, military surplus on the other side. So basically, I decided if that's possible in the real world, why not put it in Sims? Obviously, because it's a lot, you have to put all the stuff for both Thrift and Bubble Tea on the same lot. So just split it in halvesies. So the Thrift side is the double story side that you see, and then the Bubble Tea side is the single story side. And the Bubble Tea side, which you'll see the design aesthetic when we get there, but it's a very pastel. It's a cat cafe as well. You'll see me putting in the lot traits here at some point. I put in the cats welcome, so owners will bring their cats, but also it's a lot where stray cats will show up. And then, of course, on the other side, the Thrift side, it's like very, I don't know, it's kind of masculine. It's very dark colors, kind of moody, some natural dark wood colors, a lot of green. I did struggle a lot, as you're seeing, with the trims and the deck and the columns, only because it didn't like match the area, but did match the area. At some point, I literally abandoned this, make it all white, and then I come back at the end and I completely change it again. So don't get in love with this, because it will change again. Apologies. Also, this awning, I ended up finding an awning later that I'm absolutely in love with and want on my own shop when I open it in real life someday. It's a beautiful awning. But anywho, I really wanted to give the building some character, so the doors and windows I chose are actually from the Strangerville pack, Most of them. There is a lot of high school stuff in this. The brick I eventually went with that matches the brick in the area is from the high school pack. But the windows and the doors from the Strangerville pack have such, like, character. They have a lot of detail, stained glass looking, some, like, metal bars and stuff, and I just think that they're beautiful. But I wanted to add a lot of character to the outside of the building, not only just to get it to match everything around it, but just because I find a lot of times in builds, the inside has all the character and the outside has nothing. Now I put almost nothing outside of this building, so the lot itself is a little bit boring. I might change that at some point. I think I just put like a couple plants and a couple of the thrift racks out front, and then I ended up changing the entire lot and turning it around because I realized when I went to upload it on the gallery that it was backwards. So it was taking a screenshot of the back of the building. I really hate that. They need to make it so that you can pick your screenshots. And if they have made it that way, I don't know how they do that. So I will figure it out, I guess. Watch a tutorial or something. Anyway, we're almost done with the outside of the building here, putting in windows, even more windows from the from the same pack from Strangerville. I really do love a lot of the Strangerville build stuff. That awning does not stay. I love that awning. It does not fit the area at all. Periodically you can see I pan out and I just double check that everything matches. Oh my god. Oh god. Sorry, it just got really glitchy for a second there. I should probably edit that, but I won't. So I have two signs on the building. I actually have the high school sign on the right side, but I like to imagine it says Thrift. And then I have the boba tea sign on the left side. Kind of love it because it looks like it's two shops side by side, which is kind of a part of the point. And I'm not perfectly sold on everything going on the roofs of these yet. So we are now into the inside of this build. I really wanted exposed brick on one wall, like the same brick that's outside. Like we kept it there because, you know, whatever. I ended up struggling with that later. I struggled a lot with trying to find a design concept, but then once I found it, I just went running. Like, it was crazy. In fact, there was too much stuff that fit the design. Like, it got out of control, and I had to kind of scale back, which you will see. I also went with a very, very simple, just white wood on the inside of the boba shop because everything else that's going to be in there is very, although pastel, very colorful. A lot of greens and blues and purple and pink, and it's lovely. Also, my god, the curtains that came with high school, I don't know where they've been all my life. I'm desperate for more. I need more curtains like that in my life. They are absolutely gorgeous. There's not a single curtain set that came with the high school pack that I don't actually love. At this point, I'm honestly just throwing everything I know I'm going to need in each side, because the right side is the thrift side and the left side is the boba tea side. I completely forgot I needed a bathroom, so at some point I build one of those. Lol. I did want a stage up at the front because they do the poetry stuff at the Thriftea shop, so you need a microphone there. I completely forgot how to do platforms. I'm a little bit rusty. I haven't played Sims in like a year until I started the high school years Let's Play. I mean, no, cottage, that's a lie. Until the cottage living one, which obviously I did not film for YouTube. I was doing that in my own time. But it did inspire me to start making YouTube content, so I'm grateful for it. But like there's a lot of like stuff I'm really rusty on, like basic cheats and stuff, like Control F to make a floor piece a triangle. Like I forget about all that stuff when I'm playing. Oh my god, the shelving and stuff for that's in the high school is gorgeous. All of these very classic Art Deco style items that I am absolutely obsessed with, man. Obsessed. Me realizing that we need a bathroom. Good job. Good job, Blue. Pat yourself on the back for realizing that you need a bathroom. So anyway, I do think I finished pretty much the entire boba side before I went on to the thrift side. And there might be some stuff lacking on the thrift side just because, like, this was a 3-hour-long recording. It took 3 hours to build this. Actually pretty short for my standard timing. Oh my god, the wicker stuff. I can't even get started. This, like, wicker egg chairs and the matching wicker or love seat, and then there's also like there's this additional wicker chair that you can see there. It's in the kind of in the bottom. That's very like circular. Oh my god, it's all so gorgeous. Like I cannot get over the stuff in this pack. Like I heard rumors and stuff that like they actually asked people who create stuff for CC to like come in and help with the items. And that is the best move that Sims could have ever made, because truthfully, this is some of the best stuff I have ever seen in a pack. Like I can't even pretend like it's not. Absolutely gorgeous. Huge fan. I did put a sofa love seat combo with the 2 circular wicker chairs and then one of the new coffee tables. Most of the stuff in here is high school. Most of it. There's obviously some non-high school stuff, but like 99% of it is high school stuff. But I put that in front of the stage. I thought that that would be nice for like kind of like intimate viewing of the stage. At some point I figure out that I actually need to put together tables and chairs, but I think that that's towards the end of this build. Oh yeah, me wanting to put in a bar. I loved the bar stool. There's a new bar stool that came with the pack that's really beautiful. Another like Art Deco style. Very shiny, very bright, also pastel, and it's beautiful. Me thinking I can put that outside. Don't even get me started. Listen, you know, we all make mistakes, and sometimes you gotta leave your mistakes in the build. You know, you gotta leave it in the build so other people see that you make the same mistakes that they do. Like, none of us are perfect. We all have building snafus, you know? I think I eventually gave up on putting it outside, and then I think this build actually doesn't have either of the snack machines, which is kind of a shame because they're gorgeous in that pastel color. Oh my god, and I love the boba counter and the background being the pale purple and green colors. Just beautiful. Yeah, trying to figure out these tables. Oh, I love these chairs too. These are the carnival, I don't actually know what they're called. Something carnival, like reupholstered carnival chairs. And I color coordinated each table and tried to figure out where to put everything. I think I eventually figured out I need to get rid of a table, but I'm not actually sure. I did, I figured it out. Yay me. I'm doing so great, everybody. But yeah, so, oh, I also put the cat rug in because this is a cat-friendly lot. But anyway, oh, the flooring I chose. The flooring is actually from Vampires, I think. And if not from Vampires, maybe... No, I'm pretty sure it's from Vampires. But it fits the aesthetic so perfectly. It's all just like, you know, light colors. Oh my god, I forgot about the neon decals. Listen, this pack is worth every freaking penny. Not even just for, like, even if you're not a builder... Like, it's got something for everyone. If you're a builder, it's got everything you want for you. And then if you're a Let's Player, then the high school stuff is just, it's incredible. You know, it's just very well done. It is difficult. I would say it is very, very hard, but like in a good way. Like in a, this is very real difficulty for what high school actually feels like. I love the lamps. God, there's nothing in this pack I don't like. I'll find something. I will find something I don't like in this pack. And I'll let you know what it is. Oh, I do know. It's the thrift and bubble tea being the same lot requirement. Separate it. Sims, please. Separate it. We need separate lots. You can keep the thrift and bubble one, you know, as like an option for people that want both. But as we build things in the future, I would love to have just a thrift shop somewhere. Just a tiny little bubble tea shop somewhere. You know, that'd be so nice. I hate that they have to be combined. So there's my one high school year's complaint. So I'm putting in all my rugs. Again, I color coordinated the rugs again. I wanted them to match the aesthetic for the table they were under. So green table with green chairs, got green rug, purple, 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 blue, blue, blue. Also, I did put in a cat bed, 2 cat beds, 2 cat bowls, and a litter box. Originally, I was going to put the litter box in the bathroom, but I actually just decided to go ahead and put it in the thrift store side, which works. I mean, it works, because they are technically combined. Oh, clutter. My favorite part of a build. I put a ton of the high school year's clutter in this. It's like storage boxes, crafting stuff, study stuff, like a study station, some books. It's everywhere. I can't even pretend like it's not everywhere, because it is utterly everywhere. But I kind of love it, and it fits, and it matches the aesthetic. I also made sure that there was a laptop on this slot, and I put the little menus for what's in the bubble tea menu on the bar section on the back. Kind of love it. Oh my god, this was a stroke of genius. I'm gonna go ahead and pat myself on the back again. I actually took the backdrop from prom in a pastel pink and put it behind the microphone as, obviously, as like a stage sort of thing. And I love it. I think it matches everything. It looks really nice. Huge fan. Okay, now onto the thrift side. Okay, so I basically pulled the same stuff. Like if I needed a light, I pulled it from the other side and just changed the color. If I needed like a small lamp, or if I needed a table or something, or a chair, I pulled it from the other side and changed the color. I also absolutely love having the thrift racks outside of the shop so that you don't have to go in. And if the shop is closed, you can still do something outside. Like if your sim is awake at 1 o'clock in the morning, you know, you can do your best. I put in one large and one small changing room in this area. I don't know if it's like handicapped and regular or if it's just big and small, but every store I go to has one big and one small minimum. And put in the new high school doors, which again, I still love. Again, I love these curtains, even in the dark green, which matches the very masculine, I did try these, and they are beautiful, but not in the green. They're actually not beautiful in the green. But anyway, it matches the very masculine feel of the thrift side, very dark but also classy. And it's just beautiful, you know? I put in a lot of time putting these curtains up, and then I think I end up just straight up getting rid of an entire section of windows. That's what building really do be like sometimes. You work really hard on something, and then you're like, okay, but wait though. I need to put something else here. I ended up putting upstairs I also love this thrift table, like the shop table for the thrift shop. It's freaking beautiful. I didn't even notice it in the original shop. I'm sure it exists. And I just put two of the same table side by side, different colors, which is nice. I wanted a small little like study area on the front little bay window area of this, and it was incredibly difficult to get it in there. I ended up figuring it out, but it was difficult because this is a study spot, so it's a cat's welcome, a place for stray cats, and also a study spot. Since it's in the high school area and kids come here and they do the thrifting stuff, I wanted it to be a study spot. So I wanted a small table, and there's also bookshelves upstairs, as well as another like sofa and a couple of chairs upstairs. And one of my favorite things that I end up doing, well, I love that stand. It feels like it should have pies on it. I don't know why it doesn't have pies on it, but it feels like it should. Man, I reorganized where I'm gonna put these racks about 100 times. They're difficult to work with because you need them to face out or else they don't actively work. But like, they take up a ton of space. And if you're working with a small space, it's difficult to find a spot for them. Like, it looks like it only takes it like two large tiles. Man, that is a lie. They take up so much more space than that. At this point, I realized that when you come in the door, that table is right there. So I reorganized the whole thing, of course. I did end up putting a small chair and a lamp behind the thrift table, which is a bit ridiculous. It's not really usable, but it just looks nice. I'm a huge fan of it. But one of my favorite things is the upstairs of the second of the thrift shop. Now, if you want, you could absolutely go in there and delete half the stuff and turn it into an apartment. You could live on this lot and you could run the thrift shop. Absolutely. You could download it on another area, because I think if it's Thriftea, that woman specifically runs it, but I'm sure you could fire her and buy it. But yeah, that upstairs could be an apartment if you wanted. I think it would be beautiful. But one of my favorite things about upstairs is I utilized a ton of shelving as if it was additional storage or an extension of the thrift shop. I also put in another wicker set upstairs, but in the green with the dark wood. Oh my god, I love that wicker set. I can't even freaking pretend, man. I can't even pretend that it is not one of the greatest things ever. I also put the furniture tables upstairs. Like, this is where you go to look at our selection of, you know, thrifting furniture or whatever. And like little knickknacks and stuff, which you'll see I put on the shelving later. Anyway, all in all, the stuff in this pack is freaking beautiful. I didn't even realize how expansive it was until I did the redoing of the thrift shop, because you get to see all of the required items, right? And then all the additional items for the shop, and it's so much more than I thought it was. Here's me adding all this stuff to the shelving. I love it. I love the upstairs. Like, if you download this lot and you completely wreck the upstairs to make it an apartment, I understand. But it is my personal favorite area. I put old textbooks, study stuff, makeup stuff, like stuff that people would, you know, totally not buy in a thrift store. Every time I take my daughters thrifting, I'm like, what are the rules of thrifting? And I'm like, never buy underwear from a thrift shop. I'm like, okay, what's the next one? Never buy makeup from a thrift. I'm like, that's right. Those are the rules. Stuff you would absolutely never buy. I also put ceiling fans in, because if anybody has ever gone to an attic or a second story of a thrift shop, I have. It is sweltering. Utterly sweltering. So there are ceiling fans up top. I also really like these high school sconces. They seem kind of out of place at first, but then they really grew on me as I went on. I did want a little sitting area outside on this patio. It kind of seems ridiculous to have like a little lay down sunning area, but you know what? I went with my gut, and I put a little bit of plants on the outside of the door to the rooftop. I think it looks kind of nice. I don't know, there's something you could do with the rooftop. Make it like, I don't know, some kind of a crazy area. Oh, that's my awning. My favorite awning. I love that awning. Anyway, I'll be adding a small tour from the Let's Play video that'll probably go up in a day or two. I'll be adding a small tour of the shop. See, I told you I went right back to green at the end. I said don't get attached. I completely changed it all over again. I made the whole thing green again. And I kind of love it. So I'll add a tour to the end of this, but I really appreciate you watching. Spoiler alert. I did not put the tour at the end, but it is in part 8 of the high school year's Let's Play. So if you really want to see a tour, you can do that, or you can check the description. There will be a link to this build on the gallery. I don't actually think that my name on the gallery and my name on YouTube are the same, which is a little bit frustrating. I will see what I can do about fixing that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and if you like this build, let me know. I'd really appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye!